Amakhosi Network, welcome to the channel. Amakhosi beat Swallows, Amaswai 1-0. We are happy we got a result. Football wise, look, I am happy for the 3 points, but there's a lot of things I'm unhappy with. I'm unhappy with a lot of things. But before we get to the unhappy part, let's talk about the things that we saw that were good. Christian Saele played a good 90 minutes. I liked how he first half was a like I'll go get back into the game. Actually, let me just get back into the game because I will highlight that Christian Saile had a good game. But first half, guys, I have to be honest. The first half was terrible. Like the first half, watching the first half, it was weird. You know when I say no, before I even get to the game, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, like and comment. Amakhosi for life, Amakhosi for life, Amakhosi for life. Shut up, one. Yeah, so it's still too early to think that we're playing well, etc. I'm gonna give you my actual assessment after the first 45 minutes. After the first 45 minutes, I looked at it and I was like, mm-mm. I saw the starting lineups of Swallows. I was like, Swallows actually has decent players. Then I started getting worried in the game. Then we started playing. Then I was like, something is very wrong with our team. Like Ranga can't trap, but Ranga likes playing this thing where he wants to hold up. Like he holds up, but his hold up play is let me give you an example, guys. If you're going to be the striker who wants to sit at the top and play hold up football and just hold the ball up, number one, you have to be able to hold up the ball. Number two, if you're going to pass someone, there has to be people doing off ball runs. So when you get the ball, at least you can do a one touch, etc. But there wasn't that. And for me, it was a big problem in this game. My big problem in this game, I have to be very, very honest with all of you. My biggest problem in this game was Ranga. Ranga for me was the weakest link in this game. Ranga stopped us from playing. Ranga made the whole game of look difficult. Modi was off. Modi was not availing himself more. Nkosimpile Ngobo was not doing enough. Like the only, this is a sad thing to say, but the only player who was showing good touches, and I have to say this, it was Matt. Matt was the only player, even in the first half, he was making the right tackles, he was playing the right passes. And yes, what irritated me a lot about Umtetwa and Matt, etc., is that when they get the ball, their mind is very negative. So they pass back first. They don't. Sometimes we get the ball and it's open. Like just carry the ball, but then they'll get the ball and pass back to Shanti or something like that. And I was like, hey, this guy sometimes. And what the sad part is that whenever we do this thing of being negative and passing back, and then it goes back to the defenders. Those defenders that it goes back to end up kicking long balls because they don't have options up front. And then we lose it, and then Swallows hits a counter, and then we almost cry to losing. And me in the first half, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. In the first half, I was like, my honest feeling is that Swallows will come back in the second half, score one goal, and we'll lose 1-0. It felt like that kind of game. It felt like it was a weird game because when I say weird, I'm like, I've watched Swallows in previous games, but the Swallows I saw today, it was like they wanted to lose to us. It's a weird thing. You know, when you see that the team is not playing with the right energy, Swallows wasn't playing with the right energy, Swallows wasn't like moving the right way, wasn't building up from the back the right way. And it was very weird. It felt like someone was giving us 3 points. Like Swallows made so many mistakes at the back, and they they didn't threaten us. What threatens Chiefs a lot of the times is keeping hitting long balls. Sometimes threatens Chiefs because we can't deal with it. And when they started doing that and finding more hang or more, etc., they started looking more threatening. But when they were doing this thing of playing from the back with Akpe and Keegan Allen, etc., for me, it felt like they are trying to lose the game. Because I was like, here there's a goal. Nkosimpilo Ngobo got a chance to score. Our goal we scored was basically Swallows playing from the back. It was very bad. And then let me say this: second half, the game started looking much better for Chiefs. We looked more solid. I won't lie. When I say solid, I'm like we looked very leaky towards the end of the first half. It felt like Swallows were starting to gain confidence. Second half started. Chiefs started playing better. And the biggest positive of the game was actually Gonzalez. Yes, say what you want about Gonzalez, but Gonzalez was closing down the defenders way quicker than Ranga, and Gonzalez was giving us good touches. So Gonzalez was getting the ball and playing simple. He didn't complicate his game. He played simple, and you could tell that the Swallows defenders were starting to get worried about Gonzalez. But at the same time, I will say this. The truth of the matter, guys, the truth of the matter is this. We do not have a strike. Like, it's very evident now. We don't have a striker. And I know a lot of you will say, hey ha. But let me tell you what I mean. We don't have a striker. Our strikers cannot create space or cannot create openings for themselves. They are very reliant on the midfield, right? And for me, that's a problem. Why do I say this? Christian Saile, right? He may not be the greatest player, but how many chances did Christian Saile actually create today? So many chances, and it's because he took initiative. He got the ball, he was chasing after players, he created a goal that Umodi missed. Like, Christian Saile was the biggest threat, especially in the second half, which I was surprised because Christian Saile usually, if he's up first half, he can't get a game going in the second half. So I'm happy for Christian Saile, and I honestly think he should start the next game. But yeah, guys, that was the game. There's a lot of things I picked up in this game, but one of the things that I want to say is that, guys, don't get happy about this game. Chiefs didn't play great football. Had a lot of mistakes. Mteto, I watched Mteto the first half, and I asked myself, Guti, this guy, when you used to watch him play for Stellenbosch, he was so confident on the ball. He was so confident on the ball. But here we are, Titizela, first half. Second half was way better, and I don't understand why Mteto does this. He does this in all the games he's played so far. First half, he always loses the ball and we are titizel. Then second half, he starts the second half better. We can't have a player who will wake up when he wants to wake up. Nkosi Mpilo Ngcobo, same thing. Nkosi Mpilo Ngcobo woke up late in the second half when he was almost going to get substituted. Nkosi Mpilo Ngcobo woke up and started making the runs. He started forcing the game. Instead, when he was playing in the first half, it was like he was just allowing the game to happen around him. He was not stepping on the ball and creating space for himself, etc. So for me, that was frustrating. Another point I want to add is, Bruce Bvuma had a good save in the first half, but at the same time, I'm going to say this to Amakhosi fans. You guys are going to be saying, hey, Bruce Bvuma is our best keeper in the world. Bruce Bvuma is going to be our best player in the world. But let me ask you a question today. Let me ask you a very quick, and let's be honest. Every one of you must be honest. How many times did Swallows actually threaten our Bruce Bvuma? How many times? Because apart from that one chance that was there in the first half from Umhango, other than that, there was nothing. Our defense always covered him. Like Martin, them always covered up Vuma. Vuma was not there. Vuma only had one chance that he saved. And I'll say this, even if it was that one chance, I am happy for the boy that he saved it. Because that's what you need from a keeper a lot of times. So I'll praise him for that and say good performance. That you may sit the whole game not touching the ball, but the moment someone threatens your pole, you are the last line of defense and you have to be awake. And that's what Upvuma did. He was awake, but at the same time, I even want to see the game and see how many shots Swallows had on target. Because if it's more than one, I'll be very surprised. Because I feel like they only had one shot on target. That is my feeling. I did not see Vuma making saves, really. He was picking up loose balls, but no real save. And lucky for him, he was not titizellaring like Peterson. So he had a good game. Christian Seiler played well. Matt, I want to highlight Matt, guys. Matt, we have been critical of him, and it has been valid, very valid. That when Unseki was still the coach, we were very critical of Matt. Why? Matt would always mark and then lose the ball. He would always mark the ball and then lose the ball, mark and lose, mark and lose. But now he's marking and playing the right passes. Now he's marking so now you can't imagine a game without Matt, because Matt does so much cleanup work in defense, and then he gets the ball, he passes the right players, he gets the ball. He's looking for the right passes now. He's not rushing the situation. And you can see that there's a lot of players in Chiefs who are still rushing. Nkosi Ngcobo in the first half was rushing. Uhappy Mashiani came in the second half. You could still see as this rushing. So there's a lot of things that Abonile Fintiki have left in these boys that makes them rush. But and I'll feel for Kevin Johnson, because he has to work on taking out this rush mentality. Why do I say this rush mentality? There are moments in the games where our players rush. Castillo today, he rushed and tried to shoot two critical chances. Nkosi Ngcobo first half, he rushed when we got the ball from a mistake, and he kicked the ball. He didn't know what he wanted to do. Even till today, I think he was trying to pass a Ranga, but then he passed it too hard, or was he trying to score? I don't know. But it's a rushing mentality. Had he been more composed, he was going to find the pass or shoot, And that's another thing I want to highlight. Is two things that I want to highlight that are very critical in the game. Another one was rushing Castillo. Last minute of the second half, Castillo gets the ball. He rushes. He tries to chip Agbe, where there was a free player. I didn't see who that player on the right, but there was a free player who could have gone one-on-one with Agbe if Castillo did not rush. This rushing thing has been part of our DNA from Molefenseke and Zwane, and that's why we've lost so many games and we've missed so many chances. And that's what I have to say for today. But the two critical areas I wanted to raise: box entries, still a problem. We're still not entering the box with enough players. Box entry is still poor. Second one is shots on target. First half, I don't know how many shots we had on target, but I wanted to say this. We as Chiefs are killing ourselves as an attacking team. Why do I say this? Because as an attacking team, we are the ones shooting ourselves in the foot. Because we don't hit the target. We do not hit the target. Nkosi Ngcobo gets a chance first half, he misses the target. I think Sahile even got a chance first half, and he also missed the target. Ranga Chivavero got a chance first half, he missed the target. Uagbe was living his best life, because he was like, these guys are all over. Like they are attacking us, but there's no balls coming to the pole. So I'm safe. So that was my biggest thing. What was the issue in the first half and also in the second half? Let me not act like the second half was perfect. What was the issue in the first half and the second half? We can't hit the target. And that is my biggest problem. Chiefs players cannot hit the target. Sometimes I always say this. I'm like, even if you don't kick the best shot and it doesn't go beat the keeper like too far right or too far left, but as long as you hit the target, I know the keeper may fumble the ball or something may happen. And that's what I think happened. It didn't happen in the game. We didn't hit the target enough. And another thing I wanted to add is we played much better with Hlanti, and we played much better with Dove at centre back, even though Dove still likes being casual. For me personally, I think Chiefs must continue with the team that won in the first half, but, and this is a very big but, they have to not start with Ranga Chivavero. They have to start with Gonzalez. That is the thing I will say now. We have to start with Gonzalez. Matt may be injured for the next game because it looks like he hurt his knee. So we still have Castillo. So I think we'll be fine there. But Chivavero, no, I don't think I don't want to be critical of the guy and I don't want to be harsh of the guy, but he does not look like Chiefs material. And me personally, I was giving him a chance. But at the same time, I want to say this. People must not go out there and blame Chivavero. Chiefs did not create an environment where Chivavero could find himself being Chivavero of Marumo Gallants. Why do I say this? Chivavero was never scoring in previous seasons. He was not a top goal scorer in previous seasons. He only started scoring last season, meaning that If you want to make Chivaviro a proper goal scorer, you need to create an environment where he can still play the way he played at Morumo Gallants. And when he's playing at Chiefs, he's not playing that way. So that's the biggest thing. Even Gonzalez, if you want Gonzalez to score goals, you need to go look at his previous team, River Plate, and see how River Plate used to play. Just to keep getting Gonzalez those runs, those chances. And I think Chiefs is playing currently the football that will be more beneficial to Gonzalez than it is to Rang. That's what I have to say about today's game. Amakhosi, we won. To all the Amakhosi fans, have a good week, and I'm glad we got back from the FIFA break with a win. We have a lot of things to talk about this coming week. There's a lot of challenges in the team. Chiefs needs a very big cleanup, and the cleanup does not start only with the players, but the players also there's a cleanup because we know, and this is a topic for later this week. There's rumors that there's some racial tension between the black players and the colored players, and the Tanzania has been suspended for drinking at the Hall of Fame event and all of those things. So there's big issues at Chiefs. But today, for this week, I want to try to focus on football. Like, I'm here for football. I don't want these indabas and all the things that are going wrong. Like, this week, I want to try stay in football because that is why I'm here. I'm not here to know good this one, call this one black and blue and pink and purple. I'm here for football. And yeah, that's what I want to say. And have a good week, Amakhosi Nation. And I will, this is going to be something I'm going to be trying to do every week. But please go and vote and register to vote, guys. Please register to vote. I wanted to say that. Register to vote. We need to fix our country. A lot is happening. And there's no comment of the week, fan comment of the week this week. There has been very little reviews, so there's been good comments, but there's no comment on the week. But I'll try to pick one for tomorrow. But today, I haven't found one for the week. But thank you for your participation, Amakhosi Network.